This is almost like taking the concept of mutual aid, which our community has done so well with, and elevating it. It's almost like, what is the sustainable version of mutual aid? That means that I am contributing to something that I'm also getting something from, and I am ensuring that it is a part of a long-term sustainability and wealth building engine that benefits who first? Our community.
But I think about community investment trusts, when I think about community ownership, when I think about this idea of the will that people express through that, is that with this, when we talk about economics now, when we talk about building these communities this way, is that they are not initiated by trauma. They're not initiated by, tragedy. They're not initiated by an emergency. And on a regular basis, on a daily, course, we are expressing mutual aid as a way that we live, in a way that we reinforce, in the way we receive. And so I just think that's a really important element that you identified relative to economics.
No, absolutely. I think a lot about, again, like I said, the effectiveness of mutual aid practices locally.
Yeah.
And then to your point about trauma, that they have historically, I'm talking short-term history, recent history, been triggered by catastrophic events. This word. But what does it look like for us to think of them as a strengthening of community?
That's exactly.
Because we figure out how to make them ongoing and not about a trauma response.
That's right.
But about a love response.
That's right.
About a support response. About we do this together so that when the next crisis happens.
That's right.
I think about how my grandmother used to talk about the Great Depression. My grandmother was very poor. And so one of the things that I took away from her conversation is that the Great Depression was a catastrophe, right? We all know that. That's history that we all share, that we all know. If you were super wealthy, it didn't have a huge impact. If you were super poor, like my grandmother, it also didn't have a huge impact, right? And so the space that I'm highlighting is this consistent aid.
Yeah.
Means that when the crisis of like a depression or something happened, we all are on an equal footing, and so the impact is less, right? Like your business might be thriving, and I might think of you as the wealthy, but now I'm in a CIT, right?
Yeah.
So I'm also benefiting from your wealth building. Like we are doing this together.